How much of a big deal is this for Liverpool, Stevie?
I think the fact that it went to the extra time is going to be the biggest thing in Klopp's mind, the fatigue side of it, because there's no question Liverpool, at their best, are hard to beat. They weren't at their best today. They made too many mistakes, made too many bad decisions, as I've said. And if you add the mental toll it might have on some of them, along with the fatigue, the next time they step on the field, it's important that they do well.
So is it good they have the international break, or bad in that they don't get to go straight back at it?
I would suggest it's absolutely fantastic they have this break, because, as I said, the biggest problem is the fatigue, and they'll be able to get over that in this break. So that's good news for Klopp.
I think this is a real test right now. Well, test maybe is a strong word, and yes, okay, it goes to 90 minutes, but you've got this break now, so at least in the short term, the fatigue doesn't matter too much. And now you're thinking, given all the fronts you're competing in, at least this is a couple of games less than maybe you were thinking about a week or two ago. So given how stretched the squad has been, you could do without the extra congestion to your schedule, as long as you maintain your position at the top of the Premier League. But it's also an opportunity for Jurgen Klopp, where things have been going so well over recent weeks, and we have sat here and sang their praise, and rightly so. You've got to go. You still have to go out and win games. Liverpool do not have any God-given right to win against anybody, even when you're controlling the game as they were for the last 10 minutes of the first half and the bulk of the second half. It just looked too easy, and it's 2-1. And you've got to go and kill teams off. And yes, listen, I think Liverpool were carrying some passengers that you don't normally expect. Mo Salah didn't have a great game. I know he scored, but it wasn't fantastic at all. You have to go out and you still have to win those games. You have to earn that right. And for long spells, I don't think Liverpool did. It smacked of a little bit of arrogance for me.
Let's get some reaction then from Jurgen Klopp about this FA Cup exit.
Jurgen, an incredible game. How do you sum it up?
Yeah, United had a clear better start, or we had not a good start, but then again we adapted really well to what they did and what we wanted actually to do, and played a top game. After 2-1 up, we had so many chances where we have to kill the game off. Didn't last pass not right, been in a rush in some moments, and obviously, yeah, then the rest is already history if you want. Then we are nearly there in normal time, then we are nearly there in extra time, and then we lose the game. That's all right. I cannot ask the boys for more. So obviously we have a much more intense season so far. I think everybody knows that. It's not. We just have to count the games. And today it was hard. It was hard, because United's quality took a lot of risk. Absolutely respect that. There was a time when they played 1v1 in the back. We should have used that better, but that's the problem. And the longer the game goes, the decision making doesn't get better. Yeah, let me say it like that. So they take the risk and we don't use it properly. But again, congratulations to United for going to the semi-final. And yeah, we have a game less or 2 games less, who knows that, and now we try to use that in the next few weeks.
The game's almost summed up the nature of it. You go in that last minute, you earn that corner, and they counter-attack against 2-on-1 all of a sudden.
Yeah. And the last 2 goals, we lose the ball. The boys know that. Come on, we had to make decisions who do we take off. And it was really tricky. Darwin we had to take him off. He was done. But he has to stay in the pitch because Lucho all of a sudden starts stretching his groin. Okay, that's not good. So all these kind of things, it's hard. It's to go to if you want to qualify for the FA Cup final or the semi-final. You have obviously to dig deep, and boys did that. But how I said, after 2-1, we controlled the game in a way that was outstanding. But you have to finish the situations off better. We know that. We didn't do that, and that kept the door open for United, and they took it.
Now your team need to recover. You've been on a wonderful run. This emotionally was sapping. What do you expect the reaction to be?
I accept absolutely no reaction at the moment. The boys go on international duty. They all play 2 games in the next 10 days. And after that is again a super intense period. So the boys did they tried everything. Decision making is not something you can be angry about or whatever. You have to show the boys the situations when they come back and show them, here we could have been calmer, here we could have done this, we could have done that. That's how we work with that. But we cannot show them today because they play now somewhere. But Taiwan plays in North Korea, and so that's not now nothing they have to be concerned about. They have to, and worry about, they have to recover as quick as somehow possible, and then they have to play for their countries, and then hopefully they all come back healthy. The team showed an incredible character again today, because I know people are like this. You lose a game, you lack character. You win a game, you have great character. I saw a team losing today with a fantastic character. I love that, and we will learn from that. A few weeks' time, we are here again, and we know more. Let's see what we can do then.
Thank you, Jurgen.
What top manager? The question you asked me about how does this affect them, and the question he was asked about the mental side, you can tell straight away that this guy, it's going to be another day. It's going to be a day of training, regardless of what happens. He's going to calmly and coolly pick them all up, talk to them, talk about the decision making, and then you know what? The most important thing, the next game, the next decision you make. I mean, that's what you want. You don't want a manager who's going to be lower than you. You don't want a guy who's going to rant and rave, who's going to be fed up, who's going to be he'll be disappointed. You want a guy who lifts you. And you can see by his answers there that he's already gotten over this, and he's going to get his players over it.
He is their wind beneath their wings. At least he's not leaving, Stevie. Not leaving in trouble. He pretty much said everything that we said, Jack.
Yeah.
Summed it all up.
Listen, and you fully understand. And it clearly points to a club that's already won one trophy this season. And you know which is of the remaining competitions, you know which is the one he certainly has his eye on. As disappointing as this was, as in my opinion, as poor Liverpool performance as you saw over the course of 90 and 120 minutes, it's what you learn from it. It's how we take this into the rest of the season. That when games are there to be won, go on win it. Don't sit off. Be more careful with your decisions, what you do with the ball, and continue to play to your identity. Because for large spells, I thought this was a Liverpool team, and again, while they control the ball and possess and pass it around, whenever I think of Liverpool, certainly this version of Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, it's higher intensity, pressing up the park, and